J.J. Watt has just signed with the Cardinals, but does this make them contenders? Because of all the star power, with DeAndre Hopkins, J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones, Kyler Murray, and Budda Baker. Does this star power translate to wins? Or was J.J. Watt just more interested in money rather than winning and getting a Super Bowl ring? At first, J.J. Watt signing with the Cardinals didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. They weren't really contenders last year. They went 8-8 amidst the playoffs, and their defense was super flawed. But the more I thought about it, the more it makes sense. Chandler Jones is going to be coming back from injury, so Chandler Jones will be on the opposite side of JJ, and neither of them will be able to be double teamed. He also is reuniting with his old buddy DeAndre Hopkins, who was traded from the Texans last year. There's just one hole for the Cardinals to become contenders. And the problem is they really don't have a solid defense. I think we can all agree last year they had a top 10 offense. They had an insane running game with Kyler Murray using his legs as well as Kenyon Drake. But their defense was very flawed and gave up a ton of yards. They had aging cornerback Patrick Peterson, and he's going to be a free agent, and sources have told us that he will not be back with the Arizona Cardinals. So who's going to fill this role of cornerback for the Arizona Cardinals? Because here's the thing, you're not in the NFC least, you're in the NFC best, also known as the West. You have to face DK Metcalf twice a year, Cooper Kupp twice a year, and George Kittle twice a year. These are insanely loaded teams. This is the best division in football, and that's why I think the Arizona Cardinals are nowhere near done with free agency. I think they're going to be one of the most aggressive teams this offseason in acquiring tons of star players, including someone I think they could trade for is Stephon Gilmore. He would completely solve the cornerback problem and would be super reliable on the back end, which is just what they need. They have an incredible defensive line now with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones, who both have a season over 20 sacks, and both are sack leaders. Think about this potential. I can't doubt this team being contenders if they pick up any decent players on the back end, because you have J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones coming off the defensive line. You can't double one or the other of them because there's two. If you double Chandler, then JJ's got a one-on-one. So if you get someone like Stephon Gilmore or maybe even Richard Sherman, both of those would be complete leaders for this young defense, and that's why I think this team has more potential than any other in the NFL. Because you have a young superstar quarterback to go along with tons of other superstars all over the team on offense, defense. And it's not like I'm a Cardinal fan, I'm a Seahawk fan. I should be opposed to this. But I know how good they could be, because I've seen how good Kyler Murray can be, and I know how good DeAndre Hopkins is, and I know how good Chandler Jones is. And with J.J. Watt, that could be an absolute nightmare. Now all this Russell Wilson trade talk actually makes sense, because Russ is saying, I have no offensive line. You have J.J. Watt, Chandler Jones, Nick Bosa, and Aaron Donald all on the same division, chasing me. But that's off topic. We need to get back to the Cardinals. If the Cardinals pick up a cornerback like Richard Sherman or Stephon Gilmore, it's kind of over. They're going to win the division. They're going to win the division if J.J. Watt stays healthy, and if Chandler Jones stays healthy, and if Kyler Murray stays healthy. And we've seen that star power works with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. And we haven't even mentioned Budda Baker, who's the highest paid safety in the NFL. And if you're a Seahawk fan like me and you're saying I have no faith in my team and I'm saying the Cardinals are going to win the division, it's because it's more likely than us at this point. Because we get beat every single year by the Rams because we have no offensive line and they have Aaron Donald. It's going to be the same with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones. So hats off to the Cardinals for making this insane move. I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to do in free agency because I know they're going to pull off some more crazy moves just like this one. But if you guys enjoyed, hitting the like is a huge blessing. And if you love the NFL like me, hitting subscribe is always a great idea. But other than that, I will catch you guys in the next upload. Until next time.